What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Swift, man, and we back with another video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, man. Hit that Discord link in the description. If you want to become a member of the channel, you want to support the channel, that link is also in the description, man. So, time to get into this video. Well, we all knew it was coming, man. It was only a matter of time. All I gotta say is asking you shall receive, right? Well, at least with this community, but I'm just ready to dive into this, man. So I ain't played duels in about a good month, man, so I had to take that into consideration too while I was evaluating these changes, or I guess I should say rework the Griffin. So I'm not really gonna waste too much time on getting into his feats and 4v4s, because I agree with every single change they made, because his feats were a little bit too strong, you know, helping teammates and himself in solo fights, getting ganked, whatever you want to call it. But in 4v4, his feats is way too strong, so I agree with all them changes. But before I get into the individual changes, I really got an issue with Ubisoft and just the way they evaluate and they approach changes in this game, man. Because for one, there's no way they actually play the game themselves. It's no way. And just their intention on fixing this game, or I guess balancing the game, it's backwards. Because they implemented a system, aka the CCU, that was developed with the sole intention of making this, and not even that, their intention of the game in general was to be a read-based game, not a reaction-based game. But almost every change or every nerf they did to Griffin was based on making him more predictable and making it easier to react to his moveset. So why would you nerf someone to make them more reactable when your intention for this game is to be a read-based game anyway? So I just don't understand how they got to that point. Or maybe they just got tired of people complaining. They just got scared they was gonna lose money because of Griffin. But then again, people are getting happy about fixing something that they put in the game in the first place. So I just really don't understand that. Just how they approach this nerf, which honestly overall, a nerf is a nerf, but I'm gonna still keep playing them regardless. I'm not one of them people that's gonna just sit and complain and not adapt. Like you can still use Griffin. He's still strong. He's still got different mind games you can play now. So it's not like he's not viable anymore. But it's just their approach to his changes and how they got to that point is just my issue with Ubisoft, honestly. Just wanting the game to be read-based, not reaction-based, but then not being able to react to a move triggers them to nerf a hero. I don't really get that. But anyway, so the first thing is not being able to delay the dodge, which another hero has, Sensei, but for whatever reason, they didn't think Griffin should be able to delay his dodge. And what people don't realize is delaying the dodge or the dodge itself wasn't an issue. One of the easiest moves to parry in the game. The issue was the guard break vulnerability with the dodge. So he can still dodge and avoid guard breaks. It's easier to bait him out now. And honestly, the other real issue other than his guard break vulnerability was his chains. And what I mean by that is he could do a dodge top light or heavy and miss and still go to the kick. So between that and the guard break vulnerability, I feel like those were the two biggest things, or two biggest issues of Griffin that they didn't even solve with this nerf. So I don't really understand why so many people are rejoicing or happy, because the issue is still there with Griffin. It's just a couple changes that, you know, other Griffin players or myself are just gonna have to get used to. But overall, they didn't fix the real issue with Griffin. So I don't think you want to get too excited. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially after I ran about 6 or 7 duels yesterday using Griffin, and I still was getting salt mill. So it don't even matter, man. Nerf, no nerf, people just gonna complain in this game no matter what, man. They just gonna complain. It doesn't even matter. And the next thing I want to talk about is his damage being lowered. I don't agree with this at all, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, his damage being lowered to 24, it takes away options, and I'm gonna explain to you what I mean by that. So in my opinion, it should have been lowered to 26. And the reason I say 26 is because at least that's a little bit higher than his normal heavies. because lowering the damage to 24, what reason do I have to do the kick? Because before the nerf, the kick was high risk, high reward, aka if they dodge it, I'm gonna get punished, but if I land it, I get almost 30 damage. So now, being that it's 24, which is the same damage as a raw heavy, or you can get off a guard break, why would I even risk doing a kick in the middle of a fight to get punished? And you take the kick away from Gryphon, I mean, that's half, if not more, of his moveset, or what his moveset revolve around. So lowering that damage is not just about doing less damage to the opponent, it's now not giving him that viable of an option. And in my opinion, the kick is reactable, just like the people said the bash, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a For-Honor nerd. I don't look at all the speeds of the bashes and all that, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I just play the game, but I didn't even know his bash was 600 ms. So that's reactable. You can't react to a 600 ms bash. I mean, what you want the bash to be, 900 ms? It's just I don't know. It's, people in this game they just trip me out, man. They literally complain about just everything, no matter what. Anything they can't stop, they can't predict, or can't react to, they complain about, bro. That's really what this game come down to. And I just don't agree with the damage being lowered. Like I said, it was high risk, high reward, which a lot of heroes have. So especially when you got Highlander, which his kick is a little bit slower. I can say that, but he still gets what, like 30 damage, if not more, off of that. So, and there's other heroes with moves that's more than 30 damage too. So I don't really think that should have been a huge focus. But like I said, I guess they were scared of losing money. All these Redditors complaining, so they had to do something. Now with his bash, now being a dodge forward, I really don't even mind that. I mean, it actually, the bash itself is faster. It's 500 ms, but when you accommodate for the dodge into it, I mean, it's actually slower. But I do honestly like this being a dodge attack now, because it does give you the option to do mind games against your opponent. So a couple of these duels, I don't know if it was in these or the ones before when I was warming up, you can dodge forward and wait, and your opponent will still dodge because they think you're gonna do the bash, and they don't want to get hit with the bash and you go into a chain. So you can kind of play some mind games, and it's quick. Like the bash itself is quick, not thinking about the time it takes for you to do the dodge. So in 1v1s, I mean, it didn't seem that bad. It got dodged a couple times, but I don't really mind the bash. It's just along with the bash, in the middle of mix-ups, having to dodge, and then hit guard break input to do the bash, along with the not being able to delay the dodge. It's just something I'm gonna have to get used to. But I mean, honestly, it's a little change. It's not gonna be that hard to adapt, but like I said, it's just gonna take some time to get used to, because it's different. I went 50 reps playing one way, with the hero, and now it's just a small change I'm gonna have to adjust to. But next after that, what I wanted to touch on is not being able to chain after the bash. So I'm kind of 50-50 on this, and the reason I say that is because I understand why they don't want him to chain after the bash, but comparing this to chaining after a whiff dodge attack, you can still go to the kick, which leads to more damage than missing a bash. So if you're gonna allow Gryphon to do a dodge top light, a dodge top heavy, or a side dodge and whiff it, and still go to the kick and get a guaranteed 24 damage, I don't understand how he can miss a bash and not get a light that's what, like 12-13 damage. So that just doesn't sit well with me. I don't understand it. You'll let me whiff an attack and get 24 damage, but you won't let me whiff and get 12 or 13 damage. And that's kind of why I say their way of fixing this game, and just the way they approach it, it doesn't make sense. And that just leads me to believe that they don't play their game, and at this stage of the game, they really don't know what to do. They really don't, and it's really confusing, and it can be irritating, because in my opinion, I don't know why they just don't focus on the lower tier heroes, or all the tier heroes, aka that need a little bit of love, a little bit of help, to get more balance and more strong to compete with all these new heroes. Because I don't think it's good for the game. Every time a new hero come out, or there's something broken about a hero, or people say that's broken, aka can't react to, can't predict, can't stop, or they consider OP, you just automatically take it away from the hero. Why don't you just work the hero up? Because I guarantee, I'm already saying it's gonna be Warlord that's gonna get nerfed next, because people complain about it. Not his feats, I'm just talking about the hero in general. You don't gotta believe me now, but I just guarantee it, he's gonna end up getting nerfed just because people complaining already. Griffin, they think Griffin's fixed, so they just gonna go to the next hero. Hitokiri, Zanhu, all these reworks come out, they gonna complain about that too. It's always gonna be complaints. It's just I don't think they should be so quick to give in to the complaints, if that makes sense. I mean, yes, evaluate if the community is talking about something, but actually evaluate it. Don't just sit back and be like, well, we got this amount of people complaining now, so it must be a real issue. Like, are you actually playing the game and seeing how this works out in the game? Because like I said, going back over his, I just call it a rework. It pretty much wasn't a nerf, it's a rework. Like not chaining after the bash, I don't get that, because I could chain after the other attacks that lead to the kick. Doesn't make sense. But the bash being a dodge attack, that's okay. The damage being lowered, don't agree with that, because it was a high risk, high reward move. That's part of his moveset. So being that, like I said, it's 24 damage now, there's really no point in using a kick. I mean, I'll still use it every now and then, just part of a mix-up, but honestly, on a regular, there's no point in using the kick, and taking the kick away from his moveset is pretty much killing his kit from Griffin, so it's not much to expect. But I don't know, overall, I'm kind of 50-50, man, but I honestly don't think they really, should have went about it the way they did. But regardless, I'm not a complainer. I'm not gonna sit here and complain. It's about the intention behind it rather than what they actually nerfed on Griffin for me. But I'm gonna still adapt. I'm gonna still play him. He's gonna get the rep 70 regardless, because I enjoy playing the hero, and I'm gonna continue to keep playing him. So, other people's opinions not gonna change nothing about me. I'm gonna still keep playing him. But I think he's a fun hero. It actually does make it a little more fun now that I gotta make adjustments to my playstyle, to adapt to his new changes. So, I mean, that's good. Change is always good, but when the intention behind the change is bad, I'm just not gonna sit here and agree with it. Because like I said, 4v4s, I agree with every change. Whether they evaluated it or not, whatever their intention was, I agree with it, because he was way too strong in 4s. They still didn't fix, like I said, the real issues, the guard break vulnerability, and the ability to go to his chains after whiffing attacks. But they took time to, to take away the fact that he can whiff or miss a bash and not be able to chain, but you can still chain after the other whiffed attacks going to the kick. So it doesn't make sense, man. It just doesn't make sense. The real issues are still there. So if you was complaining about Griffin at first, you still gonna be complaining about Griffin. So nothing's gonna change. So I don't understand why the community is so happy, because this is something Ubisoft put in the game and now they're just fixing it. So who knows? It might have been intentional, man. It really might have been intentional, but I'm pretty sure when the new heroes come out, it's gonna be another hero people gonna think it's too strong or that's broken, aka can't react to, can't predict, can't beat, and they're gonna complain about that too. So I don't know. I just think people in this community just need to take more time to actually put in some work and learn the game and get better at predicting, not really reacting, just predicting and reading their opponent, and it wouldn't be that bad. I just feel like most people that I play, they get in a situation where they can't win and they either just quit, send salt mill, complain. That's really all they do. But like I said, overall, I'm kind of 50-50 with this. Don't mind the bash. Don't agree with him having his damage lower and not be able to chain after a missed bash, being that most of the time you just parry the light anyway, and not being able to dodge his, not being able to delay his dodge anymore, being that another character has it. Because same with the missing the bash. Centurion can miss his bash attack and still chain to a heavy. So you're going to take it away from one hero, take it away from all of them. But I also do agree with not pausing stamina on the bash. I think that should be a thing for all heroes. But I don't know. They should definitely do that for all heroes. I don't know if that's going to be a thing, but it definitely did it for Griffin. So they was definitely pretty focused on implementing all these changes on Griffin first. I guess he was gonna be a guinea pig, I don't know, but I think he's still strong. I think he's still good overall. Like I said, it's gonna take a little time to get used to the small changes, man, because I still catch myself trying to delay that dodge and throwing a raw heavy, which is easily can be parried. So I mean, it's just several, you know, several mistakes here and there. But like I said, it's my first duels really playing with him in about a good month, man. So, and it's after a nerf, after a change. So not only the time in between me actually playing the game, you know, getting that reaction time back, but it's also that the hero itself changed. So I don't know. I think he's still strong. I'm gonna still use him, man. Still gonna get him to ref 70 no matter what. Like I said, I enjoy the hero, but I think it's still good. Like I said, it's just the complaining is just ridiculous, bro. And it's, I don't know. Pick a hero. You can't beat him, join him. That's what I tell people, which most of them do anyway. Like I said in one of my last videos, most of these people that send me Salt Miller, the next match they put all a rep 17, 18 Griffin. So that tells me you've been playing him this whole time anyway. So don't complain about something that you're using, bro. Like just ain't got time for that. But anyway, you know, I hope you enjoy the rest of these duels, man. That's my honest opinion on Griffin. I think he's still viable. He's still strong. The real issues with him are still present, so I don't understand why people are so happy still. The issues are still there. Like I said, the guard break vulnerability, you know, and the chains after the whiff dodge attacks, they're still there to go to the kick, so ain't too much to be happy about. I don't know why people are so happy, but I don't know. I like his changes. It's going to change up my gameplay, and I'm going to enjoy it regardless. So enjoy the rest of the video, man. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. You want to support the channel, hit that member link in the description. Also hit that Discord link to join the Discord so I can chop it up with y'all when I'm not active and uploading on YouTube, man. Y'all be easy.